Let's see. 2 Vivian, it's just splashing showdown. Only 2 showdown. Okay. Weird. Let's see if they were playing my list or something. Yeah, looks like my latest list. People have been doing okay with that deck. Not great, but there's a data matrix. Let's see if they changed anything. Oh, they were playing the old list with Retribution. I think that card's bad. I was actually listening to the Jerry T's podcast, and I almost forget. I always forget you can do that. I was listening to his podcast, and he was also saying how this card was just bad. Pretty good podcast arena deck list. Feel like every time I listen, I learn, you know, insightful and stuff. Alright. Maybe they have a removal for that. They have to pick which one they want to kill, right? Not that bad. I'm surprised he said Casino is not good for him just because he's playing 4 of the 1/1s. I think just the vehicle part was... Huey was telling me the vehicle part was pretty good for him. Is it tempo? Is it tempo? Mono white ramp. What the hell's mono white ramp? How do you... What's your late game? Just Ugin? You have to play a bunch of manlands, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can play 4 Fabled Passage, because you have 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops. You really need to hit your... Alright, I'll stop doing that. I'll look at lists later. These tier lists are dumb. Like, there's like... not that big of a difference between all of us and what's list of deck. If you go to MTG Melee, it's pretty cool. It's pretty well done. You go to MTG Melee, you click the deck list thingy, and then you have all the turn runs. So you probably want to look at like turns that got decent size entrance, you know. When you just go and look at lists. I'm gonna have to discard. My hand's pretty good. I still have to discard an island. Island is value when I have Cosima in exile, obviously. Just won 10 in a row with blue red tempo. I lost to Monogreen the other day, and I played against Rosie Hoser on the ladder yesterday. He was playing the blue red tempo deck. I was playing white red aggro, and I 2-0'd him. It was close. Both games were pretty close, really close, but it's probably pretty good against this against Yorion decks and whatnot. Alright, I'd roll in anyways. Alright, might be time to bring back Cosima. 2 cards. I mean, I'm out of lands. Beat mono green. Well, also there's a lot of... I mean, matches are pretty easy. They're probably much better than whoever you're playing against. Do I care? I mean, not really. was dead. Should I even bother bouncing? Bouncing anything? Anything I want to bounce? I guess might as well bounce a token, right? It's free. Yeah, this model looks like it could be good. Right, that's a card I added. Card seems good. It seems like if you're not behind and you ever resolve that card, the game's just over. Just scry 5, draw free. It's just so obscene. Est-ce que j'ai réussi à finir numéro 1? Non, j'ai fini 3ème, je crois. Alright, so we want counter spells in this matchup. Maybe a dispute. These cards are good. Erasure might be good. What color are they playing? Abzan? Problem is, what do I want to cut? I think Brazen Bar is actually pretty bad. It's good when things are going well. It's good when things are going well and they're not doing much. What are that cards? Costs 1 less for each snowland you control. When it enters a battlefield, artifacts and creatures don't untap, return free snowlands, return its owner's hand. So I don't really want to play it on turn 6. Play 7, 8. Card seems pretty bad in this matchup. I could do that. Maybe I should have some Brazen Boar. C'est des moustiques. Gotta play 4 Cosima, 4 Fabled Passage, and go from there. See what happens. Interesting spot. Actually, not really. I had a decision there for sure. I think cycling was fine. I think foretelling that is probably bad because of Treacherous Blessing. Alright, cycle that now. Make sure I hit land number 5. And then I'm not sure if there's creatures I need to be worried about really. Salut de Dooft. I think ideally you wouldn't want to have Omen of the Sun in this matchup. What did they have? They didn't put Yorion in their hands. Another Omen? Wow. Oh, they're playing Savai Trial. Yeah. Whose list is this? I got it from Kellen Pastore, I think his name is. And I made a few changes based on what he said. Yeah, this game's just super over. Oh, I do need 1 land. The one that's Spirit? Probably not. so good against, so good in this matchup. Gravenlore and Time Walk, there's just so little they can do about it. I don't love this hand, but we'll try. What do you think about Dream Devourer? Is that the card that reduces foretell cost? That's it. That looks unplayable to me. But if you have a list, you want to show me, maybe I'll change my mind. 20 push-ups. Also someone reading Push My Buttons earlier. But then, and then they typed HODL in all caps. So I'm not sure what that meant. What button is HODL, chat? On a cycle? Probably. Can I link the deck? It should be on the screen. Or you can use the deck command. Alright, that play didn't work out. What are they playing? Just the rock? Just absent value? Maybe Orion? Oh, that's true. Adding the passage makes the 1-2 hit. Makes the 1-2 miss a lot. What rank did I finish? I think I finished third. You can't know for sure, but I think when I stopped playing I was third. Wait, is Carvel Live not on the screen? What? No. Alright, not too sure what I'm up against. I don't want to risk losing my Haven to removal spell. Hey Nikubi, what's up? Heard the new draft set is good. Well, it's almost always the case at first, but I heard good things. Yikes. Yeah. This is what I was talking about in these matchups, how Boar is good when you have everything else and it gives you a clock and stuff, but really it's... I mean, sure, some games you go Boar, counter, and maybe you kill them really fast and you kind of cheese them that way, but... I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just going to play Gadwick and hope. What was the screen with the buttons? It's called My Instance. And then you can find sounds, you can add your own sounds to the website, and then you can have your favorites, and you know, it's my soundboard, you know, and I can go like
the next label play. The next label play.
I'm like a DJ. Alright, that wasn't too bad. So I have 7 mana. I'll just say go. Is it snow permanents or lands? Oh, it's the amount you pay, right? What about that? Is it snow permanent? No, it's also snow lands. Yeah, it'd be too good if it was snow permanents. I was saying how Behold the Multiverse is better than Gravenlore, but I'm not so sure. I think it depends on the deck and it depends on your mana curve. I think maybe in this deck specifically, Gabriel is better. Just casting it. Sure, I'll take my window to cast Gravenlore. I'm not sure this is actually correct. Maybe you just play a big creature first and then you... Also not sure it matters that much. I agree, this deck is pretty pug-you. Icebreaker, Kraken. Would you like to break the ice? Alright, I have lethal in the air. Oh, right. He actually has an ability. Whatever. Yeah, new cards.
I love making new friends.
Oh, this game might be slipping, actually. There's a lot of misplays in a lot of lands. Actually, I just have to kill Vivian. Is hidden attack free? They have Bloodstruck Beast, right? Vigilance and all creature types. Why, they want me to tap out this badly? Or do you not know what Haven does? I just have Giant Killer. How am I plat? It's a new season. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. Well, I'll accept it. Should I hardcast? I have all these giant killers. And the 1-2 is kind of nuts. I think I'm gonna cut Casima, cut Passage, play 4 Gravenlores. I looked up snow cards. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, Kraken would have been really good. Obviously, for this game, 10 times over. I tried blue-white. I played blue-white for Tel Control during the pre-release. It was fine, but seemed a bit underpowered. let Nassif go. Here's Orius. Yeah, this deck might be really good. We'll see. I don't see any like glaring weaknesses, and the power level's pretty high. Could have gone even smaller. I could have done 4/4. Since I have 2 tappers anyways. And I have a Brazen Bar in play. I don't know why I'm not playing Casima. Oh well. As it doesn't matter the turn it comes into play. This card's pretty cool. You can keep adding counters. Did I see the insane mutate combo deck on Reddit today? No, I don't go on Reddit. You have a small child and you have time to go on Reddit? Also, what about your sanity?
If the job is wrong, I change the terms.
Can I explain Casima? You play it, and if it lives in your upkeep, you can exile it. And then once it's in exile, every time you play a land, you can put a counter or bring it back. So you want to play it, have it live, exile it, and then you play a bunch of lands, you put a bunch of counters, and eventually you play a land and you bring it back. And then you draw a bunch of cards. You draw as many cards as counters, and it comes in play with counters. So it's really good with fetch lands, or if you can ramp. But in this deck, it's not so good. It also has like a 2-mana part that's pretty good. They might just be dead, right? So I'm just gonna decline. I feel like I must have lethal. Alright, let's take a quick look at let me present a mutate breed that looks crazy but actually kind of works. Cloud Pierce. I don't know what any of these cards do. Why does this deck have 4 Grim Tutor? Do you have an unbeatable combo or something? Alright, same deal here. Board out the Brazen Boars. This Breaker might be okay in this matchup. I worried it out last time, but might have been wrong. No Carbo live on YouTube. I don't know what Huron does. Is that the mutate that draws a card or something? Yeah, I've been doing her workouts, Chloe Ting. It's kind of tough for someone who doesn't work out a ton. I try to do 1 a day, but I've been pretty lazy. Try to do like a different 1 a day. So is it just like a kill? Is the game just over? Add 2 mana of any one color and 2 mana of any other color. Spend this mana only to ask. Add 2 mana of any one color and 2 mana of any other color. Spend this. So it gains 1 mana basically. Okay. So it's like a ritual. Okay. When it's going to be cast target non. Okay. Okay, so you get to replay. You get to replay your ritual, so you net 1 mana. But is it infinite? Or can you break? Can't you just run out of creatures? Can't you just flood? I think I messed up. Maybe I'm supposed to go passage into the Omen Kiel. Oh, they're an Innkeeper deck. Oh, that makes sense. That Murder Strider and Giant Killer. Oh yeah, how does this deck beat Innkeeper? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Should I be greedy and try and save my passage? You have a bunch of creatures that draws or loot. You can always use 1 trigger for Valakut Awakening. Oh yeah, because you net a mana every time, right? You net a mana every time, so at some point you can use Awakening to to go again if you're flooding. But I don't know why I used it on my turn if I was gonna play the passage anyways. Took like 2 damage for no reason.
Falling from number 3 to platinum, 3 kappa.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I guess I have to try and like overpower whatever they're doing. So I'm gonna see if I can sneak in Cosimo. Between Murder Strider and Binding of the Old Gods, that might be a bit ambitious. Does Mono Blue have an answer to Alright, this is really loud. Yeah, so you gain mana too, so I guess it's pretty hard. So what do you need? You need the ritual. You need the... Oh, nice. I lived. The boy who lived. Is this a good turn to foretell? Probably. Just a ritual and a dude to mutate the mythic onto? No, you need the 1/3, right? If you don't have the 1/3 to loot, you just... I mean, surely you fizzle pretty fast, right? I guess... Yeah. I guess it depends what your other mutate cards do. Should I just trade? Oh yeah, I guess all our mutates kind of draw cards. Yeah. I need to bring him back to not take infi damage. Go play Gadwick. Market Gravenlore. Alright, well, if someone wants to try the deck for me and tell me if it's legit or if it's a meme, I'll be forever grateful. Yeah, I messed up. I bricked on lands and now I'm just dead. That's pretty bad. I guess I have the Faceless Haven. Might not be dead. I still think Cosima might be good in this deck. Just maybe not 4, just... I might try 4. No passages. Hey Justin, I talked to Fingal actually, who played a game or two of Dota together this weekend. I asked him to explain me more in detail in what he thought about the whole thing, but either I know too little or he assumed I knew more than I did, but I did not. I feel like we talked for like 20 minutes and I didn't know more after talking to him than before. But no, I think Finkel's doing mostly okay. I have a feeling Finkel was not all in on shorting GameStop. One, two, three, four, five, six. How do I even win this game? Does it matter if I'm at 1 or whatever? I'll even keeper. Pigeons assemble. Pigeons unite. Alright, I'll bring her back. Hope to do another time walk. My 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just spewing a bunch of blockers on the battlefield. I don't think I need to cast 16 Gravenlores. Is Finkel not happy with the GameStop stuff? I mean, I don't know how it affects his work, but knowing Finkel, I'm assuming he's happy they're doing it, you know? He was... You know, I mean, even though he has a hedge fund, I'm assuming he's happy when the little guy sticks it to the big guy. I'm just assuming Finkel does thing, you know. Even though he has a hedge fund and hedge funds are kind of evil. I'm assuming it's, you know, fairly ethical hedge fund. I mean, I can negate, but then they can attack with everything and kill me. There's like almost nothing I can have. Yeah. I saw the geo camera on. Yeah. Xema was good. Probably even better on the play. Oh god. What have you done, Direction Alter? This Frostlager real thing seems mopey. Now it's really good. It's cheap. You can use it at instant speed. It has 2 toughness.
Ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba da.
I'm sure that sounded much better when you were typing it, Alter. The lady robot has a way, her own special way of ruining things. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player is exiled at any cost until you may play lands from among this card as long as they remain exiled. Alright, I don't wanna invest mana in a spirit right away. I guess I just wanna do that. I guess that's another reason not to play Snowlands. Not give your opponent Snowlands when they attack with Omen Kill. What about in Search for Greatness? What about it? I think it's pretty bad. I think there is probably a decent build with the card, but I think you're just better off not playing with the card. I don't think any Search for Greatness deck's going to be good in Standard. Mammoth. Just offer a trade. Why not? It's pretty hard. 5/5. Their deck's kind of weird. Their deck's kind of all over the place. So I can do 2. Unfortunate. Zing! And that's game. Search is sweet in Yorion. The problem is half the time it's not even good. I was playing in someone who had Search, and they would put Yorion for free in their upkeep, but then they wouldn't be getting like the second trigger of their binding. I mean, I guess in some spots it's better because you blink it before the third trigger, but it was awkward a lot of the time. I don't know, it's got like pretty heavy deck building cost, and then yikes, things getting out of hand here. And then the mana is not trivial, and nothing about it is trivial. Alright, I do not need more lands. I do not need another Essence Scatter for now, I guess. Isis is pretty risky, but
I love making new friends.
the Null could be decent in the meta. Maybe sideboard. Yeah. Every turn I work, I'm just gonna. Maybe just draw 4. Try and find a time walk. Alright, I'll draw 2. All my cards are pretty good. Spirit, I mean, how bad can Spirit be? It's 1 mana. You're investing 1 mana. And it's a hit of the 1/2. But I agree, it's not done much. This is my hot take, chat. Shepherd of the Flock is not worth playing if you're not also playing Innkeeper. In their case, they're playing Innkeeper, but like in a white-red beatdown, I think the body's just too bad. Like 3-1-4-2 is just such trash. I guess you play Rimrock Knight, but maybe I'm wrong. How did I get Forest? Was the Omen kill? The Kasima vehicle. Can I just kill them? Probably have lethal, right? Time Walk Gadwick is gas. And then you play that. Then tap more stuff. And they don't untap. Oh, I could have bounced it and... Oh no, but then I don't have as many lands left. I think that's lethal. Exactly. Exactsies. Perfect. When is the next cooking stream? I said I would do one last week, but I don't know, man. Yeah, no, Shepherd might be okay.